Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Legendary here on the Corky's World Channel. I'm Corky as always, and once again I'm still joined by Judly. He looks like he fucking just like went 10 rounds with Muhammad in his prime. Like he's fucking like out of breath, sweat on his fucking brow. It could be that this room's getting a little hot because usually it's just me talking, so the heat doesn't really build up as much. But now it's both of us fucking around in here.
I radiate heat when I play video games.
Not to mention, Judd just came off a shift fucking like in a 1,000-degree kitchen. So,
yeah,
I'm doing fine, and I'm wearing shorts. So
yeah,
Judd has pants on. But anyway, we're back. I'm gonna keep talking about Poughkeepsie. Judd's gonna throw some words in here and there if he has anything to say, and he's also gonna keep playing this game. We just got an achievement called like what? Jack Beanstalk?
Yeah,
something like that. Judd killed the golem. So hooray! I really thought this would be the end of the game. I thought end credits were going to roll and it would be like, yeah, way to go, you killed him. Legendary 2 comes out fall 2006.
Oh my god.
Sadly, that's not the case. I know for a fact we still need to go to London, because it said it on the back of the box. Which, granted, that doesn't mean anything. Back of the boxes lie all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
I was told that Fable 2 was a great game. And
I like Fable 2, so I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Fable 1, man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Fable 1, especially when you get the Lost Chapters bundle for 360, that shit is fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But I still enjoyed Fable 2 and 3 just fine. A multiplayer mayhem game we could do, maybe if we pull Trevor and Caleb in, and I actually need to get back some of my remotes, because I only have 2 Xbox One or 360 remotes now. But I have the Fable Heroes game, which is pretty fun. You're just like sock puppets. And it's kind of like a Smash Brothers, kind of just a little local multiplayer fun. It's a good time. It's kind of like Mario Party is probably what it's closer to.
Black Order soldiers are headed for Pandora's box. Intercept and eliminate. We cannot afford to lose the artifact.
Go in the door! Okay, the axe is not going to work.
So, one of the reviews we read said that this is the same old thing, same tired, boring plot that's in 1,000 video games. But I can't honestly think of many games that use Pandora's box as a...
Yeah, I mean...
as like a plot focus. Like, immediately what comes to my mind is a game I used to play on the computer way back when, just called Microsoft Pandora's Box. And it was just a bunch of little puzzle mini-games. And like, the more puzzles you got good at, the more pieces you put to the box, and blah, 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 blah. It was super fun. You know, I bet you can find it for like $5.
No. Get out of here.
But, I don't know, I just can't really think of many games that use Pandora's Box as, like, a lynch piece. Jesus Christ! It just, like, fucking impaled you! Judd's holding up his hands.
Why is this game happening to me? I've been playing games as long as I've been alive. This is more irritating than the NES Ninja Turtle game. The water level? You ever play that? Yeah. Yeah. Don't swim too high. Flappy Bird ain't got shit on that.
So, back to what I was saying in the last... yeah, fuck Judd. So, back to what I was saying in the last episode. The Poughkeepsie tapes started advertisement in 2007. But then, you know, like, movie theaters were starting to roll posters out. You know, the web was kind of in that major boom in 2007 where they were putting... What are you supposed to do right now?
You think I'm going to die if I jump off here?
Yes, you 100% will. If you're trying to land straight down there at the bottom, you will 100% die.
Are you sure?
Yeah, try it. Fucking do it.
Alright.
Because as my loyal... Oh, well, I guess it wouldn't let you. But as my loyal viewers know, I tried to jump from like a fucking... Judd ended up dying anyway somehow.
I fell 2 foot! Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. As my loyal viewers know, when I was first meeting the werewolves, I hopped down from the manager's office to the floor and fucking, like, burst into blood.
Just, like, pink mist everywhere?
I guess those pixies are called Nari, and they're invisible when in their ghost state. But, like, 2007, I want to say early 2007, like, posters were rolling out, and it was like, you're never going to believe what the tapes hold. You're never going to understand.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So, me being the fucking fanatic for found footage I am, like, I was pumped, and I was shaking Professor Sanford, every time we saw one of these posters go into a movie, like, we are going to this fucking movie, and he would be like, well, no, we're not doing that. And I'd be like, we're fucking going! And then it never came. It just stopped. Like, the advertisements got pulled, the website got taken down, you know, the ads stopped.
Oh, dude, remember that so much. Like,
Yeah, it was just gone.
Well, it was like a weird, like, conspiracy theory started happening on the internet. Like,
exactly.
yeah.
And as anyone knows, who knows me, who knows Judly, who knows Professor Sanford, who knows T Nasty, Tristan, shout out to you, brother, in KC, hope you're doing alright. Conspiracy theories are just such a ball of, like, odd fun. Like, something that can mess with your head but also leave such a sweet taste afterwards is just...
Oh, yeah.
It's why you Google scary things on YouTube. It's why you watch scary movies.
That's why you go to Creepypasta.
It's why you go to Creepypasta. It's why you do Fright Fest at Six Flags or Frontier City or wherever you're at. It's just fun. You just want to do it. So, when this got pulled, I was losing my shit. And Professor Sanford will detail how vividly I lost my shit in the comments down below. Thanks, buddy. Super appreciative of that. Oh my god. So, what the article says here is, the film's theatrical release was pulled, and it was subsequently never released on DVD or Blu-ray. No official explanation was given for the shelving of the film. In July 2014, the film was given its first official release on video-on-demand title available through DirecTV in certain parts of the nation, like I had said. Judd died again. So... it was subsequently pulled again less than a month later, with Dawdle suggesting that MGM was considering a wider release. I seriously doubt this. I watched it again last night online, because if you look hard enough, you can watch anything online. Yeah. It's not that fucking hard. You know, like, you could probably find, like, Jeffrey Dahmer footage, or fucking interviews with Charles Manson, or some bullshit, like, super easily. Like, not even difficultly.
But you go down the rabbit hole, you can find anything.
Which is what's terrifying about the internet. Like, for something we rely so heavily upon, it's so easy to get lost. I like to think, you know, Futurama gave one of the best examples of what I believe a literal interpretation of the internet to be, is when you hook in and you fly towards the city, but the further you go away from the city, the darker, creepier, stranger things are going to get. And it's crazy that we're getting so intense in this fucking stupid little playthrough of Legendary, but that's just how it is. You know, like... who's to say this video even gets released? Like, who's to say the powers that be aren't listening and watching and they're like, well, we're just not going to put that one on the internet, and it's gone from Corey's computer, and Judd and Corey are the only people who know it existed.
That thanks for that. That's going to keep me up tonight. Thank you.
So I was watching the Poughkeepsie tapes again last night, and I think I found why it got pulled so viciously. So, putting aside the amount of massive blood and gore that's in it, like, it gets dark. People like videos that get pulled from YouTube. Keep in mind, the only thing you really can't technically do on YouTube is like fucking show a murder and have tits. Like, that's pretty much the only thing you can't do on YouTube right now, people. Like, videos that get pulled from YouTube, that's what this video was. Like, that's what the Poughkeepsie tapes is. Fucking gore and abduction and fucking terror, and like showing what it does to people and how people react. You know, it's all actors, it's all fake. They admitted that, you know, like, it's not a real thing. But the way they did it, the way the actors portrayed FBI profilers, and the way they detailed all their work. Judd's gonna die again. Judd, do the pulse. That's what the thing says.
Oh my god.
The way these people were acting, it was almost crazy too realistic how insane it was. I still don't think that's the reason it got pulled. And I didn't realize it until I was watching it again for the second or third time. I don't know how many times I watched it. But near the end of the film, they catch the supposed... spoiler alerts, Judd. Spoiler alerts to everybody. They catch the supposed person who's doing all these things. And it turns out it's a police officer. And it turns out he's, you know, a well-known police officer. And he has family and he has kids. And, you know, he's not a bad dude, but he has history with prostitutes. You know, so it's easy for people to believe that this guy is doing these terrible things. So he goes to trial. You know, they have interviews with the judge and the lawyer, and this episode is going to run long because I don't want to cut off what I'm saying. But they have interviews with all these people, and it's like, oh, he, you know, it was obvious he did it. They had the DNA, like one piece of DNA on him. They had this, they had that, and he wouldn't take any plea case of any kind. And the lawyer's like, I told him to take plea, but the worst part with innocent people is they will always go down swinging. He would always rather defend a guilty person because they'll take any bargain you can get, Whereas an innocent person is so blinded by the fact that they need to prove to everyone else they're correct that they stop thinking logically. Which is what's terrifying about, one of the many terrifying things about this movie. So, he gets executed. Like, Poughkeepsie is in Philadelphia, right? Pennsylvania, right? I want to say it's in Pennsylvania. Professor Sanford will put down in the comments below. But, so, they execute this dude. Like, this guy that they think is the murderer. And, the day after this guy gets executed, a map turns up in his ex-partner's mailbox that says, "You missed one." Because that's where they got him, was they had found some of the bodies and linked his DNA. So a map shows up in this dude's mailbox, his ex-partner's mailbox, saying, "You missed one." And they go find another body that was, like, examined, which means, they basically said, like, the person was killed at the time that this guy was executed. So now, like, it's this whole thing, and they clip to interviews with this kid's son, and, he's like, everyone always calls me everyone always calls me the kid of that murderer, but, he was exonerated, and the only reason people don't know about it, and here's the reason I think this movie is pulled, is because the kid says, the only reason people don't know about it is because of fucking 9/11. He goes, the day they were going to issue a retraction in the paper, a huge page 1 story, 9/11 happened. So my dad's exoneration got pushed down to page 6. And all it said was, like, murderer gets exonerated after execution. So everyone still thinks everyone still thinks he's a murderer. And, like, the kid goes on to pretty specifically say, like, fuck 9/11, it's bullshit, fuck you all, And that's why I think this movie got pulled. Because no matter what freedom we think we're allowed to have, something like that will never be allowed to just be broadcast across America. Even now, to this day, like, I think the whole premise of getting a wide release is very unlikely.
Very much so.
But, like, I watched it last night, and the kid was saying that shit, and even, like, now, I was like, holy shit, can he be saying that? And I was fucking sitting in a room by myself. Like, I was like, Karen was in bed, I was just, like, looking around, like, oh shit, did he just say that? But that's why I don't think this movie's ever going to get a wide release. And, sorry the episode ran long, guys, but I just wanted to get all this off my chest. So, thanks as always for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Big thanks to Judly, who is fucking drudging through this shit of a game. We're going to be back in the next episode. So, guys, as always, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I will see you in the next episode. Later days, guys.